Good morning everybody and welcome to the governing body meeting of the 23rd of November 2023. I'll declare the meeting open and ask Sandra to announce which councillors are online.
Good morning everybody. This morning we have Councillors Baker, Philippina, Councillor Fully was, but she's in the room, Councillor Newman and Councillor Williamson online.
Are there any apologies?
Is Councillor Sayers for lateness?
Any more? Okay. All those in favour of accepting the apologies?
Aye.
Contrary? Carried. You and me. Right. Are there any declarations of interest? And I'll be careful about that today. Anyone got long-term monthly passes at the downtown car park or anything like that? Everyone will be looking at us today, so no declarations. Very good, thank you very much for that. Confirmation of the minutes. Is anyone prepared to move and second it with the minutes of the meetings of 26th and 27th?
Yes, Your Worship.
Yeah. Fully Fletcher. In favour? Contrary? Carried. Right, we've got a long day today, so we'll rattle through this as much as we can. On public input, there were 5 requests and 4 of them were declined. Save the Queen Street Society, Down Pecan Car Park Alternative Solution, Understanding Water 773C. I've already spoken to the Transport Infrastructure Committee on 16th of November about this. Heart of the City, Tanya Loveridge, Downtown Car Park expects serious concern about the loss of affordable and accessible parking if the sale of the park goes ahead. Understanding 774A, the matter has been already considered and decided, and 773A request therefore does not comply.
Point of order, Mr Mayor, point of order.
A point of order. Why not have a point of order?
What's the point of order?
Your point of order?
What number?
But the point of order relates to your interpretation of the standing order, which says the item regarding the downtown car park on the open agenda and the secret part of it, and confidential, has already been decided. If that's the case, we can all go home now,
well,
but patently that is not true. It has not been decided, and therefore Ms Beck should be able to have the right to speak. That's my point of order.
Yeah, it's not a point of order. I've just got the list of what
it is a point of order. It relates to the standing order you quoted. It is not true.
Mate, it has been decided before. That didn't say.
Speaking to the point of order, I wish to raise a matter, and I was going to do it later in the agenda over the
Chair,
matter.
you can't speak to a point of order. It's in your hands as Chair.
A point of order has to be raised, and it has to be a point of order. It's not a point of order.
Point of order has been raised in terms of the ruling that you have.
Which is the point of order that you've got there now? It's got to be one of the following ones.
I don't have it immediately in front of me, but it relates to advice that I've received from Auckland Council officers that was proved to be misinformation over whether the matter has been determined by this council.
Well, I'm afraid I'm giving the results of information which I have been given by lawyers, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what we're doing.
Well, the advice is wrong, and I hope you haven't influenced the advice, because it is wrong and politically motivated.
I'd like to hear from Heart of the City. Could we have a show of hands as to who would?
Ultimately,
this is out of order. We've got a long day. We will be discussing that thing and confidentiality later in the day, but right at the moment, those people have spoken about that thing already. Similarly with Gail Baldock, we've turned her down because, again, understand the matter has already been considered and decided and the request does not therefore comply. Well, I'm taking advice from the governance officials, and I'm going to follow that, I'm afraid. Third request, Avondale Association also wanted to discuss the development of Three Guys site under Standing Order 772. This should have been referred to the committee, and it's been referred to the Planning and Environment and Parks Committee. They hold the responsibility for this. So you can get that one. And in the interest of today, and keeping with standing orders, we'll limit the questions to 3, and they need to be questions, not statements. There is an accepted person for public input, and there's Common Ground Aotearoa, and a person called Jess Richardson is online with a proposal to shift Auckland's rate system to land value rates. Is this person online? Yes. Or not?
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
We'll get going.
Oh, right, yes, that's us.
It's shameful. Abusive process, Mr Mayor, and abuse of our swearing in of office.
Sorry, point of order. Can I just ask our colleagues to respect people that have come here for public forum and are about to begin?
I'm trying to speak for people wanting to participate in public forum. Councillor Henderson.
Point of order.
Please behave,
Mr.
I'll have you
Contact.
removed.
Point of order just goes to contact.
Council-
Sandra, you've got the
Beg your pardon, Councillor Dalton?
respect for each other, code of conduct, 1 point something.
Oh, gee.
Could we please
Okay.
not yell and shout at this meeting today? I'd ask Councillor Lee to please refrain and apologise to Councillor Henderson.
Transparency is a key part of governance. You are demonstrating a gross lack of transparency in the way this meeting is being conducted. It is despicable.
Sorry, I'll draw the Mayor's attention to Standing Order 1.7.2, both disorder and, to some extent language, but I'm okay with that. I'm a big boy. But there's been some disorder here today, and I think we should just chill.
Oh, jeepers.
It's Councillor Henderson who made the accusation, and I responded to it. How hypocritical.
Now that is disrespectful language.
Absolutely. There will be plenty of opportunity for discussion and debate during the appropriate part of the day. So please behave. This is not kindergarten. You're all paid to be here. Watson, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you, Mr Mayor. Just in terms of Standing Order 7.7.3, which relates to public input, I'm just trying to help he understand what's happened, and you've quite rightly gone through the list that's in this standing order, where the chairperson may decline a request, not complying with standing orders, already spoken on the matter, the request is not appropriate. So we understand that. You've made that quite correct ruling where people have spoken on it. However, Mr Mayor, I wonder if you could just please clarify the situation with respect of the people who have not spoken. There are 2 items to do with this downtown car park that are on the agenda today. I don't think that's been satisfactorily explained why those people cannot speak to the item, because there are 2 items on the agenda. And if it is just at your discretion, as the standing orders say, and you have the discretion to waive requirements of these standing orders, I think it would be helpful to the meeting if that could be clarified. Thank you.
Well, I have had advice that under Standing Order 7.7.4a, the matter has already been considered and decided, and 7.7.3a request does not comply. And I'm going to take that advice and follow it.
So thanks, Mr Mayor. I guess what I was really asked for the explanation, there are 2 items on the agenda today to do with this matter. Clearly, decisions have not been made or we wouldn't be here. So I don't think people can understand why they're being disallowed the ability to submit when we have items on the agenda and decisions to do with this matter.
Your Worship, you have discretion as chair.
Okay, I've made the thing, the item on there is a process report, not asking for a decision. The decisions will be taken under the section which is confidential, and the reasons that it's confidential are well known. There are substantial economic considerations by other people. So thank you for raising that, but I made that decision and we'll get on with it. In the meantime, Mr. Jess Richardson is online to tell us about land value rates. Please put that up.